Death. Funny. Death starts with the same letter D that depression does. Yet, when associating someone with depression, death is not the word that comes to mind. Death of self, death of worth, death of motivation, death of the desire to live. Blank. That's what I became. A face just existing, going through the motions. I died. My fire went cold, crippled. The weight of depression was heavier than I could lift. Explaining depression to someone who's never experienced it is like trying to explain the color blue to a blind person. You can't. There is no explaining depression to someone who has never felt it. They say you never forget the smell of a decomposing body. Once you've experienced what that smell is like, you recognize it instantly. Depression is also unforgettable. You never forget what it feels like. You never forget what it feels like because it never really goes away. Every single day is a battle. Every day I have to make a choice. Depression will not win. Suicide is not an option. One single day at a time. There's a quote I found once, written by David Foster Wallace, the so-called psychotically depressed person who tries to kill herself does not do so out of, quote, hopelessness or any abstract conviction that life's assets and debts do not square. And surely not because death seems suddenly appealing. The person in whom its invisible agony reaches a certain unendurable level will kill herself the same way a trapped person will eventually jump from the window of a burning high-rise. Their terror of falling from a great height is still just as great as it would be for you or me standing speculatively from the same window, just checking out the view. An example, the fear of falling remains a constant. The variable here is the other terror, the fire's flames. When the flames get close enough, falling to death becomes the slightly less terrible of two terrors. It's not desiring the fall, it's terror of the flames. And yet nobody down on the sidewalk looking up and yelling, "Don't," and "Hang on," can understand the jump. Not really. You'd have to have personally been trapped and felt flames to really understand a terror way beyond falling. That hit me. Depression engulfed me faster than I had the strength to extinguish it. I felt the flames, and I stood on the ledge of the balcony. I rose from the ashes it left behind. Gray, brittle, my spirit frail enough to disintegrate from the fingertips of the world. But I rose